Blog entry 119 from 7/6 of 2023. For lack of a better term, this process can feel like riding a sinking ship each day. Parts of me inside are panicking, grasping for something familiar, while my heart and soul keep pulling me forward. It's a strange tension that the part of me that clings to the known feels like it's drowning, while another part, quieter but stronger, keeps moving towards something deeper. Every day I question everything. The doubts come in waves, and yet somehow I keep going in my mind. More and more of my material self seems to fade away. Old identities, attachments, and ways of being slip from my grasp. And less of me is available to live in the ways I once did. It's not always comfortable. Sometimes it feels like I'm losing more than I'm gaining. But in the spaces left behind, something else begins to emerge. There's a subtle stillness, a quiet joy, a presence that feels more real than anything I've known. It is here that I sense Krishna's hand, gently guiding, patiently stripping away what no longer serves, making room for something eternal to take root. So in this blog entry, what I'm talking about is the purification I was experiencing at that time. As I've said before several times, purification will come in waves, and there'll be times where it's more and it's less, and sometimes it's emotional, and sometimes it'll come in different forms. And sometimes it's just ego, helping take away part of the ego, which can also be quite uncomfortable at times in the process. But what this one is talking about is, even though you have all the turbulence going on in your life, day-to-day world, and material world, and even though you're not able to really understand, because we can't really understand the path to Krishna. We can't really understand Krishna. We can love Krishna, and we can exchange love with Krishna and Radha, and that's incredible. But we'll never really be able to understand it. So a big part of the path of Bhakti is following your heart and soul, and they'll guide you towards Krishna and Radha, and guide you towards God. Our soul is a small piece of God, a small piece of Radha and Krishna. And so it's drawn to the larger piece, which is Radha and Krishna. And so even in these times, like what I'm describing in this blog entry, ups and downs and turbulence and craziness, as we continue to follow our heart and soul, even though it doesn't make sense in the moment, and maybe for a good portion of the journey as you're growing and healing and things like that, you will end up fulfilled in your heart and soul as you move closer and closer to God. It's just how it goes. It's incredible and amazing, and you can't really rationalize it. So again, this is taking it out of context and out of the moment. So when you're overwhelmed and you feel like you can't, and you don't think you are worthy, or whatever hurdle or struggle you're having, it's okay to take a step back and to breathe, and to know that that's part of it, and that's more than likely the mind, the emotions, and the karmas, and just follow the heart and soul as much as you can. And if some days it's 10 steps, great. If some days it's 2 steps, great. Just always choose to follow your heart and your soul, and they'll lead you to God. They'll lead you to Radha and Krishna. It's really incredible. Yeah. And so again, the other part of this is just me having more feelings of, as I'm taking these steps and everything doesn't make sense, I feel this space opening more and more inside. And inside that space is where more and more Radha and Krishna come to be. So greater peace inside, more healing inside, and more steadiness inside. So it's just another way of experiencing the same journey on the Bhakti path, growing love towards God. Well, that's pretty much it for this blog entry. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and Radhe Radhe.